Hello, my name is Jacques Landry. I'm the Chief Technical Officer for the Canadian Cycling Association. This video is first in line of many to come, and its purpose is to keep our athletes, provincial and national stakeholders, up to speed with the CCA activities on the development and high performance levels. To start off, I thought I would go talk about the events where the CCA and the national teams were present in the last few weeks. Firstly, the women's road team is just coming back from a 3-week stint in Europe, where they finished their stint with the Tour de l'Aude, a 10-day stage race, where they fared pretty well, and they are right back now on Canadian soil, getting ready to compete in the World Cup in Montreal on May 30th. The World Cup will be followed by the Tour du Grand Montréal and the Tour PEI. So we will have teams, a national team represented in all three of those events. On the mountain bike side of things, we've just come off our European program with a lot of World Cups involved. 3 World Cups to name the 3. We were targeted the Offenburg, Houffalize, and Madrid World Cups. I'd like to mention that on the women's side, we did very well with podiums in all the World Cups, namely the last World Cup in Madrid, where Marianne Prémont finished second and Catherine Pendrell finished fifth. So very good performances on that side, and it bodes very well for the World Cups, the Canadian World Cups in Mount St. Anne and Bromont in the month of July. On the BMX side of things, we've basically come back from the last Supercross World Cup that was held in Copenhagen, Denmark. We had 2 representatives of Canada there. On the women's side, Sam Cools finished 5th behind the top countries, the leading countries of France and the UK. On the men's side, a junior rider by the name of Tori Nyhog finished very well in the qualifying rounds. So for both of them, there were very good performances, and we're looking forward to some good performances in the near future in July and in August. On the paracycling side of things, Eric Vandenijn, our newly appointed paracycling national coach, just came back from Wales and Manchester, where the team did get a podium, actually a gold medal performance from tandem duo Cowie and Smybert. In the 4-kilometer pursuit. As far as Pan American Championships are concerned, as you may know, the swine flu did hit a bit of the organization around the Pan American Championships, which meant basically that there was a decision made by the UCI and Copaci to postpone the Pan Am Championships on the track and on the road to the last 2 weeks of August. Right now, there's no confirmation as to whether or not the Pan Am Championships will still be held in Chihuahua, or they will change venues. So we will be keeping you updated in later reports regarding the Pan American Championships on road and track for this year. Upcoming events, we have, as mentioned before, on the women's road side, we have the World Cup, followed by the Tour du Grand Montréal and Tour PEI. On the men's side, there is the Nations Cup U23 event in the Saguenay region, where we have the privilege of having 2 national teams present. That race will be followed by the Tour de Beauce, where we will not have a national team represented there, only because most of our top athletes are already there and present in that race with their pro teams, or our pro athletes are in Europe getting prepped up for the Tour de France and other major international events. On the mountain bike side of things, coming up, we've basically announced to all the provinces that there will be 2 talent ID camps for mountain bike athletes. One that will be held in the western part of Canada on June 22nd, and the other will be held in the eastern part of Canada, catering to the eastern provinces, on July 6th. All the provinces have already received the information regarding those 2 training camps, so if you have any questions, please contact your provincial sports organization or cycling federation. As far as paracycling is concerned, we will have a training camp starting in Bromont, Quebec, in the next week to 10 days, and that will be leading up to the nationals. And afterwards, there is a plan to send our team paracycling team to Europe for a stint at some UCI races in Europe in July. As far as BMX is concerned, we just came off our Airdrie Talent ID and Development Camp, where we attracted about 15 athletes from the western provinces. It was a success, and on next weekend we are holding the same type of Talent ID camp, only in Kingston this time, and we already have 12 to 15 athletes registered for that event, and hope that the athletes in the east will get as much benefit as the BMX athletes that were present in Airdrie did. Now, coming up with the Youth Olympic Games, for those of you who are not up to speed with the Youth Olympic Games, they will be held in Singapore in 2010, so next year. The Youth Olympic Games cater to junior-aged athletes, and the format is basically 3 junior men and 1 junior woman. And there are basically three events that are targeted, 3 cycling sports that are targeted, and that'd be the road, mountain bike, and BMX. We have decided, after consulting with some provincial sports organizations, some provincial coaches, that we will go ahead with supporting the Olympic movement and this Games initiative. Right now, we're just trying to work on. We will be working on the next few weeks on a selection criteria to select those 3 males and 1 female athlete to the Youth Olympic Games team. As far as staffing is concerned, as I mentioned before, Eric Van den Eyne is newly appointed as a paracycling coach. He has hit the ground running with the World Cup, Manchester World Cup, and the track event in Wales, and has continued on with his push with training camp in Bromont. Eric is presently flanked on the coordinating side of things by Julie Utsebo, who started working on the May 18th for us, and she will be helping out in the delivery of our programs on the paracycling side of things. Pretty much all our employment are basically employed, all the people that we need right now. The only coach or position that we need to fill, and hopefully we will fill that position in the next couple of weeks, is our national track coach position. So hopefully we'll have some news on our CCA website regarding that in the weeks to come. Speaking of the CCA website, which is www.canadian-cycling.com, there are a few items that have been posted in the last few weeks, namely the selection criteria for mountain bike, road, and BMX. We are continuing on pushing forward to deliver also the selection criteria for track and for paracycling. Other items that have been posted recently is the clothing distribution procedure, which basically caters to our national team athletes, and it just basically outlines what athletes get what as far as clothing is concerned. We've also posted an excess baggage procedure, which basically caters to, again, athletes that are selected to national team programs with regards to excess baggage when traveling on airlines. We will be finalizing a equipment distribution procedure in the next couple weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for that procedure being posted in the next couple weeks. Finally, I just wanted to touch base on the fact that we've almost finalized all our Canadian Sports Centre service agreements that is related to our integrated service teams that cater to our Tier 1 and Tier 2 level athletes. Tier 1 and Tier 2 level athletes are the athletes that we have targeted for medals in 2012. Andrea Wolz, our ST coordinator, has been working on contacting our Tier 1 and Tier 2 listed athletes to coordinate service providers to better work with our athletes, our targeted athletes, on the sports science and sports med side of things. So that pretty much concludes the CCA's little video report for this time. This is the first one in a series of many, as mentioned before. We will try and get these types of reports out every 4 to 6 weeks. So again, keep your eyes peeled for any new reports on the CCA website, and don't hesitate to click on the link to find out more information on what's going on with the CCA. Thank you for your time.